So I'd like to just touch on a couple of key projects that I think are, it's not the full list, because there's a big list, but this is probably a few of them that are the biggest game changers going forward that members will start to really feel the value for in the next 3, 6, 12 months. So one of our first ones that we've talked about before is our core and our CRM project. The customer relationship management will change the interaction with members. They will have a better experience. They'll be able to order things online. They'll be able to see their entire experience with the Real Estate Board of Greater Vancouver in a far different way. But also, the board is going to learn from them. We're going to learn about what's important to you. We're going to learn about what courses you prefer. We're going to learn about what type of segment you're in. And at the end of the day, that will allow us to deliver better services. Although it only directly affects, in some fashion, commercial realtors, commercial real estate is far bigger than that. It's about looking at what's the underpinning investment, where are land sales happening for residential properties, for towers. As we start to deliver commercial real estate statistics to the marketplace, it's going to change the relevancy of realtors to the consumer as a whole. And that is the real big value driver, understanding how are homes selling once a great shopping center has been put in. And now that we're starting to deliver those messages to the public, the realtor is in a far better position to be in that central conversation to real estate transactions. So we've talked about segmentation and implementing it, and we're just now at the start of getting that pilot project up and running and completed. Segmentation is going to allow us to really understand the various parts of our membership and also to understand how to serve them better. And at the end of the day, we don't have one average type of member. We have a lot of people doing a lot of different things. Those people that have very sophisticated businesses that are at the steady state, those people who are new, looking to develop it into a great and fantastic profession, and those people are looking to enhance their careers. Realtors Celebrating Excellence event. It's a discussion that's been happening about how do we create an event that engages the media, the public, the conversation more about than just real estate transactions, but land use, energy, what's the right thing to do in transportation, and to bring in experts in a platform that will allow realtors to be seen as the conduit, the catalyst for those kinds of great conversations. Being able to now say, where are we going with real estate? How can real estate change the world we live in? And I think that will add such a great piece for advocacy and realtor value going forward. The next one, I think, which was a really big game changer, was adding advisors to our board. Catherine and Ward have presented such valuable insight from the smallest things that have come up regarding governance to the largest governance issues, to their knowledge, their expertise, but also the other relationships that they bring. And having that, you know, at the board of directors table as an advisor has been extremely valuable to us, and there's only good things to come from that. Management has had an IT strategy going forward for many years, but the board of directors has been less conscious of looking at all of our different IT projects. How aggressive are they? What's their risk adversity? And to look at each one of those and say, are they really driving value to our membership base? And then deciding, where do we want to go with technology? And so that truly will change the way that IT is delivered to members in the future. We've looked at organizational leverage. We've looked at the business community and those partners that we've never even discovered yet, where we could take their human resource capital, their technologies, the data that they have. How do we make that valuable to realtors? And that type of open learning environment around the board table will really help the way that we assess how do we deliver the right solutions going forward to realtors. We hold the MLS data for Greater Vancouver. We now upload a piece of that information up to the national for advertising purposes on Realtor.ca and ICX. But there's such a huge possibility of looking at what other data sets are there. How do we leverage those data sets to create a far better realtor of tomorrow, the Realtor 2.0 as we call it? And what is the consumer expectation? You know, if you talk to a few consumers, I would guess that they would say, well, we want more data. But I think the reality is that they want a better experience. As a realtor, what kind of professional advice can we leverage by having a better data set and a different data set about new businesses that are coming up, building permits that are going to affect view corridors and other types of issues. And now the advice from the realtor, combined with the local knowledge that they have already by being in the field, will be further enhanced with that data. So in order for us to create that conversation, we now need to have a conversation about who are the other players in data.